Have you ever wondered what ancient royalty can teach us about leading with integrity in our own tumultuous times? In an age where leadership is often scrutinized and moral compasses are tested, what timeless guidance can we draw from the crowns of ancient wisdom? Dive into the storied past of the Bible's revered queens with us, as we uncover the pearls of leadership and morality interwoven into the tapestry of scriptural narratives that still resonate powerfully today. Did you know that a single decision by a biblical queen could alter the course of history? Imagine Queen Esther, standing before the king, her heart pounding with the fate of her people hanging in the balance. Her courage to speak out reverberates through the ages, calling on us to find our own voice when faced with difficult choices. Join us as we explore how these royal icons wielded their influence and upheld their virtues in a world not so different from our own. As we turn our gaze to the ancient lands of Scripture, consider the majestic figure of the Queen of Sheba, a woman whose name is synonymous with a relentless quest for knowledge and understanding. Her journey to King Solomon's court was not merely for alliance or spectacle, but driven by a deep yearning to test the wisdom for which the Hebrew king was renowned. The biblical narrative captures this encounter with vivid detail, illustrating the queen's intellectual prowess and Solomon's astute teachings, sparking a dialogue that transcends time and place. Imagine for a moment you are in her entourage, traversing deserts and kingdoms, hearts set on unearthing truth and wisdom. This same thirst for enlightenment is mirrored in today's unending search for guidance amid the complex landscapes of our professional and personal lives. From boardrooms to living rooms, the challenges we face echo the Queen of Sheba's inquiries about justice, governance, and leadership. How often do we seek counsel, only to find ourselves sifting through the sands of opinion and conjecture? In an era brimming with information yet starved for wisdom, the Queen of Sheba stands as a beacon of discernment. Her story prompts us to ask ourselves, how do we navigate the delicate balance of seeking guidance while maintaining our autonomy? In what ways can today's leaders emulate her blend of curiosity and diplomacy? The answers to these questions lie not only in the hallowed halls of antiquity, but also within the fabric of our daily decisions. We are all, in some measure, travelers on the same road she walked, the path towards wisdom, enlightenment, and ultimately sound judgment in the realms we rule over. As we delve deeper into the annals of royal scripture, let us now turn our attention to Queen Esther, a beacon of bravery and moral fortitude. The very essence of her narrative is one of self-sacrifice and unwavering conviction in the face of imminent peril. A young Jewish girl, chosen for her beauty but remembered for her courage, Esther found herself crowned queen in a foreign land. Yet, it was not her crown that defined her legacy. It was her choice to stand against injustice, risking her own life to save her people from annihilation. Picture Esther in the palace, caught between royal protocol and the urgent plea of her cousin Mordecai. Her people were on the brink of destruction, and she stood as their only hope. It was a moment that demanded more than regal composure. It called for heroic resolve. Now pause and consider this. In our present landscape, who among us hasn't faced the daunting task of standing up for what is right? Modern-day Esthers walk among us, be they whistleblowers in the corporate world or activists on the front line of social change, each displaying leadership steeped in valor and rectitude. The story of Esther is not merely a tale from the past. It's a living, breathing lesson that echoes through boardrooms, courtrooms, and classrooms today. How many leaders do you know who have stood at a crossroads of morality and power, decision weighing heavily upon their shoulders? Esther's legacy teaches us the weight of action over silence, the importance of a moral compass when navigating the treacherous waters of authority and influence. In embracing her destiny, Esther embodies the type of leadership that transcends her time, a leadership that is not just about position, but about purpose, not just about ruling, but about righteousness. Continuing our journey through the annals of royal scripture, let us shift our gaze to Jezebel, a name often synonymous with deception and treachery, and yet her story serves as a powerful source of reflection on the perils of leadership gone astray. Cast your thoughts back to ancient Israel, to a queen who wielded considerable influence, but whose legacy is marred by her promotion of idolatry and persecution of prophets. Her tale is a stark reminder of the destructive potential that lies in the pursuit of power without principle. At this juncture, I invite you to ponder on the current state of leadership in our own sphere. How do we hold accountable those who lead us? What measures do we put in place to ensure that power serves the common good rather than individual ambition? Jezebel's narrative compels us to examine not only the external forces that challenge our morality, but also the internal temptations that can lead even the most steadfast astray. Consider the modern parallels to Jezebel's story. Leaders who manipulate information for personal gain, who suppress dissenting voices to maintain their status quo, or who prioritize personal agendas over ethical standards. These are not just historical echoes. They are live, pressing issues that call for vigilance and integrity in our lives today. Let this segment be an invitation for introspection and discussion. How does Jezebel's rule mirror aspects of today's leadership? In what ways can we, as a community of faith, ensure that power is tempered with righteousness? Reflect on these questions, and let us seek together the strength to confront the shadows of misused authority with the light of truth and accountability. As we delve deeper into the royal tapestry of scriptural lore, let us turn our attention to perhaps a lesser remarked upon queen, yet no less pivotal, Bathsheba. Her story intertwines with that of the great King David, and it is marked by shadow and redemption, human frailty, and divine providence. From her initial encounter with David, which set a series of profound events into motion, Bathsheba emerges as a figure of immense resilience and influence. She navigates through her circumstances with a quiet strength that eventually positions her son, Solomon, as the heir to the throne. In today's fast-paced world, Bathsheba's narrative resonates with those of us who have encountered setbacks and are striving for restoration. Many find themselves entangled in situations beyond their control, seeking to transform their challenges into stepping stones for future success. Let Bathsheba's journey remind us of the power of grace to rewrite our stories and put us on new paths. Through visual aids, let us trace her evolution from a silent consort caught in controversy to the Queen Mother, whose counsel was sought in matters of succession. Bathsheba's experience compels us to ask, how do we navigate the complexities of life when our moral compass seems out of focus? Can our mistakes be woven into the greater tapestry of God's design for our lives? Just as Bathsheba played a crucial role in securing a wise and prosperous future for Israel through her son Solomon, we too are called to contribute constructively to the world around us, even when our beginnings may seem mired in imperfection. Reflect upon the impact of past actions and the potential for growth and contribution that lies within each of us. Consider how our own experiences can inform our decisions and propel us towards a legacy that echoes with wisdom and benevolence. Bathsheba's tale is not just one of biblical antiquity. It is a living dialogue with each of us, inviting us to rise above our past and shape a future that reflects the highest ideals of leadership and morality. In the narratives of these queens, we've journeyed through the corridors of power and the chambers of the heart, witnessing both the glory and the frailty that accompany leadership. From the Queen of Sheba's thirst for wisdom to Esther's courageous advocacy, from the ignoble pursuits of Jezebel to the redemptive arc of Bathsheba, each story carries within it pearls of timeless truth about wielding influence with moral fortitude. What wisdom can we draw from their crowns to wear in our own lives? As we close, may we carry forward the lessons of discernment, courage, and resilience learned from these sovereigns of Scripture. Reflect on which aspects of their stories resonate most with you, and how their examples can illuminate the path of integrity in your own decision-making and leadership. As stewards of their legacy, let us engage in dialogue that bridges the past with the present, connecting ancient wisdom with contemporary challenges. Share your reflections below, adding to the tapestry of community insight. Subscribe to Divine Light for more treasures from biblical history that cast light on today's walk of faith, and consider viewing related content to further explore these rich themes. May your journey through the Bible's royal annals inspire a reign of truth and love in your life. Until next time, continue to seek divine illumination and let the stories of old embolden you to craft a narrative of leadership that upholds the highest virtues, echoing throughout eternity.